It is important for us to know this. Because going forward, there's a lot of... Why do you think there's so much corruption and mismanagement, wastage, and a whole lot of things, and we are unable to...
You blame it on when the winner takes all.
Exactly, because when you win power, what it means is that you're not appointing good leaders who are responsible. You are reshuffling your incompetent leaders, and you call it, what do you call it? Leadership changes.
Right.
But the point here is that we have better leaders in all the political stakeholders. We have better leaders in the academia. We have good leaders in the many institutions in this country. But because you do not hold a political party card of the party in power, you are seen as a threat to that party. You are also seen as a saboteur to that party. You are seen as somebody, if they appoint you, the party members will say, why do we appoint him? After all, he didn't campaign for us. He was campaigning against us. But the point is that it's not about those who win power today. It's about what you're doing with the country tomorrow.
Right.
Are you with me? So as president, I will not be appointing leaders only from the APC. I'll be appointing competent leaders from Ghana. And the reason why I will appoint you is not because you're an APC member or you're not. It's because you are qualified to help me build the country that I want to. You're qualified to take the position that I'm looking for the best person. So you are the best man for that position. So I will not look for my APC member to come and occupy that position, but I'll come around and look for the best person to help me build my country. Because when I build a better country, everybody gets to benefit.
Right.
It doesn't matter whether you are APC, CPP, NDC, or MPP. What matters is that where are we sending our country to? How did we get there? How are we going to get there? Many nations in the world are performing better. Ghana has all that we need to have the best country in the world, but all that we are lacking is leadership. Lack of leadership. Even the Bible tells us that lack of leadership, my people perish. And definitely that's where we find ourselves. We have gold, diamond, bauxite, lithium, cocoa, oil, timber. The sea is a resource. Yet we are so poor to the extent that our city, our children cannot get 3 square meals a day. Even 2 is a problem. We are so ignorant and poor to the extent that all these resources that we have been taken by foreigners, and we call it PPP. We have given it out, and we are calling it leadership, investment. We have actually given out everything, and we are becoming 21st century slaves. And that is what Nkrumah termed by neo-colonialism. This time around, we are not being forced into slavery. We are presenting our country and our resources and everything, and we are becoming a 21st century slaves in our own country. Go around and look at all the big businesses in Ghana, big institutions, and tell me how many Ghanaians
are managing those or
owns them. And you will see that Ghana is in the hands of foreigners. We are lost as a nation. That's the word. We are lost as a nation.
But Mr. Ayariga, despite the gloom you paint for me, since 1992, it's been MPP, NDC, MPP, NDC. Despite all these nice ideas that you have, in previous elections, they've always gone out to vote for either the MPP one. It is the case that your party, for example, or you yourself, for example, you've not done enough to convince the electorates that you offer alternative that is worth trying.
You see, sincerely, Ghanaians always say that they are looking for a third force. What is a third force? Who provides a third force? Who decides who becomes a third force? It's not Hassan Ayariga as a candidate. It is you as the voter. This is a platform you've given me. A lot of Ghanaians are listening to my ideas and our policy and our conversation. They believe that what Hassan Ayariga is saying is the best thing to go. But they will tell you that we want Hassan Ayariga and other smaller parties to come together before we vote them.
But why is it so difficult for
I'm getting to where, whether it's difficult or it's not. They are telling us that form a coalition and we'll vote you. But let's be serious here. Are we looking for a platform to vote, or are we looking for the best leader to vote? If we are looking for platforms to vote, then we can form a coalition. But if we're saying that we want a leader that can transform our country, it doesn't matter whether that leader is in a smaller political party or is an independent candidate. We have seen in various instances where countries within Africa have voted independent candidates and they've done well.
Even France,
from a very small minority president. And became president. So Ghanaians are always giving us excuses, and I don't want to buy that excuse. I think that they themselves are not ready for a third force. If they are ready for a third force, I don't think we should be sitting down and asking why NDC. They are getting fed up, and in that system or in that situation, they're becoming fed up and there's voter apathy. They sit backward and say they won't vote. They will say, oh, after this year, I'm not voting. Why are you not voting? You are not voting. You not voting is going to make the incompetent become president. So all you need to do is to come out and say, look, I am not going to vote NDC, either non-MPP. I want to see the best leader. Among the leaders, who do I believe in? I believe in Hassan Ayariga. I'm going to vote for Hassan Ayariga. You vote for Hassan Ayariga. I am not looking for a platform to build Ghana. I am not looking at the APC platform to build Ghana. I told you initially.
Right.
I am looking for Ghanaians that are competent and dedicated to build Ghana. So why do you want me to have a bigger platform before you vote me? So that means that you want me to be like the NDC and the MPP.
Before you are giving
Before I'm giving. I don't want that.